Good evening, good evening, good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels, and this is Snowpocalypse Edition. Because, folks, we went from having no snow quite yet to god damn. Yeah. And I'm dead tired just going down to the corner station. So, we are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but first, the usual disclaimers. Alright, folks, so first off, you are going to see the links to the various articles we are taking a look at right there in the description box, alongside the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject, and the templates. Sign your name, click on your senator, and the ever-present and self-explanatory Change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. Now, folks, when we talk about the JRC, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of peoples with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones, all right? Okay, so folks, I have just bumbled through 6 inches of snow in my boots, all the way down to the gas station and back. I am exhausted. Exhausted. So if I stumble over any of my words this evening, my apologies in advance, alright? Okay, so the DPPC report we're looking at here is from June the 30th, 2010. So let's receive nature of allegation. And remember, folks, they think it's a non-emergency unless you've been sawed in half with a chainsaw. Internal act, omission, physical injury, abrasion, burn, injury to emotional state. Yeah, I would fucking think so. Allegation summary. Excuse me. It is reported that ALV isn't getting the right food and not enough to eat. The ALV was scratched on her hand and right elbow when staff tried to restrain her. The ALV sustained a rug burn and a scratch. The ALV feels like she's losing her mind. The ALV cannot focus on her work. The ALV, it feels like banging her head. It is reported that the ALV head hurts from lack of food and mental abuse. Gee, let's think about it. Remember, these are developing kids, so if you are depriving them of food and sleep, yeah, the ability to have mental focus decreases a lot. So, folks, we've all seen the infomercials. What do they tell you? Those who have a full breakfast in the morning that are kids are much better able to focus in schools. That's why we have all these school food programs, after all, for the disadvantaged. But this place thinks it's okay to deprive kids of food for behaviors and make them earn every single bite. It's ridiculous. No other school in the world does it. But let's go ahead and continue to read on. Criminal activity statement. This case has been referred to the District Attorney's Office for review. When screened in for a DPPC investigation, the 19C investigator is available to provide assistance to law enforcement. When screened in for DPPC investigation, the 19C investigator will proceed with DPPC investigation unless otherwise directed by the District Attorney's Office, /law enforcement, bleh. I'm sorry, I'm used to saying / alright? Within 24 hours of screening. However, necessary protective services will always be provided. TPR, Peachy reports reviewing this case on August the 2nd, 2010. My question is, what the fuck is going on? Let's look at the months, shall we? So, this was initially reported... Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it said October. Never mind. Oh, listen to me here. At this time, the TPR Peachy forwarded a copy of the intake to the Norfolk DA's office for their review and assignment to law enforcement. God, glad something did. Oh, fuck me. The allegations happened from the beginning of November 2009. It literally took you fuckers over a goddamn year to investigate somebody being starved? Are you kidding me? You want to know how long it takes if a kid just accidentally dials 911 for somebody to show up here? 5 minutes. I know, I did it accidentally as a child. Yeah. But if these kids report to DPPC, the people who are supposed to be fucking protecting them from these animals, they have to wait for over a year for even to be taken seriously. But moving on, what protections are these kids actually getting if it takes them a full year before they even go and do their goddamn jobs? That kid could be dead by then. Could be dead. It's not a joke. I'm not exaggerating. 6 kids have died because of this school. Look it up. ALV states the JRC program has clients on a strict blank diet with small portions. She states that she is very hungry and they don't give her the food she can eat. Again, remember that liver powder, folks? She says her body cannot eat the food they provide. Exactly. Makes you want to throw up. Remember, people with autism, we have hypersensory. If we tell you to eat, that eating something is physically painful, it's because it fucking is. We're not picky eaters. We're not looking for attention. We're not being spoiled and just wanting to get what we want. It's not a joke. And we will starve before eating something that causes us sensory issues. She states this program lets her be hungry and mentally abuse her. Yeah, they do. She says they don't let her call blank, and that if she is crying in her room because she misses her, they tell her she can't talk about past trauma. Oh my God. So, people who are coming in regards to suicide ideations are not allowed to talk about the trauma that causes those situations? Noted. She states she has nobody to talk to. She states she was scratched on her elbow and her right hand while the staff was trying to restrain her. She states the program is not helping her in any way. ALV states that the staff members are not necessarily abusing or neglecting her. Bullshit. Bullshit. The fact that they make these kids believe that they're not being abused or neglected. The brainwashing these bastards do. It's disgusting. The few times they do get the courage to report, they then backpedal and try to lessen it. It breaks my fucking heart when these kids manage to get the courage to ask for help. They still backpedal. The fucking atrocities being committed against them every day because they are now brainwashed into believing that that's what they deserve. And God, if I ever got a hands on one of those statistics. This is what they are trained to do by the program. The program is abuse. Why can't people understand? The program is abuse. It's torture. She is reporting that the program needs to be investigated and shut down. Thank God. The ALV sustained injuries. ALV states she has severe rug burn on her right elbow and a scratch on her right hand. No medical treatment was sought. No photographs were taken. Police have not been notified. ALV states if she tried to call the police, they would restrain her. That's right. Right there in a nutshell, folks. ALV states she cries and feels like she is going crazy. ALV states she is about to lose her mind. She says she feels like banging her head. She says she cannot focus on her work. She also states this neglect and abuse causes her to be violent and aggressive, as it would anyone. It's called fight or flight, folks. She states her head hurts from the hunger and the mental abuse. There are 2 cameras in ALV's room, and through them, she is supervised 24 hours a day. There are 4 staff members and 5 clients in the house, so she gets no privacy. Blank, blank, blank. They can all be contacted at blank. Abuse and neglect has been going on for 8 months. Abuse occurs daily. Jesus. DPPC has been notified that blank, 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 and blank are blank who are told to treat the clients this way. They can be contacted at the JRC program blank. The blank is aware and said ALV can call DPPC. ALV states blank doesn't care about the allegation. ALV believes she's at risk of immediate risk of serious injury. Yes, she is. ALV states she is very hungry right now. She states that she can't sit in the room any longer. She states that if she tries to leave the room, they will try to restrain her, and she may hurt somebody. She states that the staff would get violent with her. She states that she needs to speak to blank more than anything. ALV states that the staff should be interviewed off camera so the program cannot see it occur so that they'll tell the truth. She says that they would lose their job if they talked about the truth of the program. The ALV is at blank. The ALV needs assistance with meal preparation, medication, and supervision. Assistance with the behavioral problems, the blank are currently in the room with ALV. The ALV states that the program should be shut down. Amen. Amen. And I'm sorry to disagree, but I have no pity and no mercy for the bastards who put these kids through this. If I had to choose to keep on with that job and putting these kids through this every day and living out on the street, I'll choose the fucking street. They have no mercy from me. None. None. Anyone who goes along with this program, starving kids, depriving them of sleep, torturing them, traumatizing them on a regular basis, and refuse to become a whistleblower, refuse to tell people what's going on, continuing this behavior towards these kids, they deserve no mercy from me. None. They should all be behind bars, period. Every last one of them. There are a few brave souls who have come forward and whistleblowed on this place. There should be more. There should be more. And on that note, folks, I'm going to go ahead and close out this evening. We don't get very many views on this channel, especially on this subject. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this evening. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.